Alright, so this is seriously a video I'm making. You know, it was a joke at the beginning to an extent. I mean, not the waifu tier list, like that's just, I mean, is it a joke? Not really. You got some best girls, but it's not something you make a video on. I don't give a shit. Oh well, we're here. I was gonna do like a best girl type tier list where I was just gonna pick like girls for anime girls and God, this sounds so cringe saying it out loud. This is the type of shit you keep in your head. Bully people like myself that talk about this publicly, okay? If you go to school, if you're still in school, if you're in high school, middle school, college, in real life, and you see people talking about this shit, just hit them in the head as hard as you can because they deserve it. God, this physical pain. Okay, starting off with Mercy. Mercy is she's OG. She is OG, okay? She's pretty bad, she's pretty cute, all right? If you could take any character, and obviously the fan art is gonna make them 100 times better. Like any girl is an S tier if it's fan art. You know, let's be real. And you know, sometimes the fan art can make them look ugly, sometimes it makes them look God tier, you know, it's just one over the other. But like, you just gotta take everything into account. I'm gonna throw her in A tier to start off. What I will say is that the main list here isn't going to be the tiers they're in, but the order of the tiers they're in. So, you know, who is in first and whatnot. So, if that makes sense, because like, you know, everybody's at, you know, all these ladies are bad, all right? It's the order that they go in for me, all right? This is a personal, all right? And it's objectively right. You know, your list is wrong. Thanks for stopping by. If you have any video game characters, women, some bad bitches out there, you know, that I feel like I'm missing out because I undoubtedly, oh wait, what's her name? Fucking from Metal Gear Solid 5? Silent, her name? I don't even remember her name. Can't believe I almost forgot. I'm missing out on a few girls, all right? Like I'm missing out on some bad bitches here. Beat the shit out of people that talk about this shit in real life, please. This is something that I would never bring up ever publicly. Dude, Lara Croft, I don't even know. Dude, I started playing a little, I have a 1 hour recording of like the new Tomb Raider, the first one back at that came out in like 2015. Dude, she is so bad looking. Like, how do you look like this? How do you look like this? And she's covered in scars and blood, and dude, I still want to have 6 children with her, genuinely. Who's this? Ash? We have Ash next. Ash, she's pretty bad. She's pretty bad. Ash is pretty bad. I mean, when Ash dropped, she was my main. I mained Ash for quite a while, and I was goated with her. All right, I was goated with Ash. All right, Ash. I mean, I want to put her in S tier because she's a bad bitch, but like, and she's my main. I mained her a lot. She was one of my favorite characters when she dropped. I loved her weapon. I think she's an A tier, surprisingly. You know, it's unexpected for me. You know, I mean, you don't know me like that, but for me, all right, you see this picture here? I Googled Farrah because I needed pictures for their faces and shit. And on God, the moment I saw this beach skin, whatever lifeguard skin she has here, I folded on the spot. All right. If she's got abs, she's on the fucking list. All right. She's a top contender for me. All right. If she's got abs, if she's got that toned tummy, ab, midriff going on, you know what I'm saying? But dude, this, like, I ain't a fan of Farrah. Like, I wasn't gonna put her on the list, but the moment I saw the skin, I folded on the spot. I'm gonna be real with you. I folded on the spot. So she, just because of this skin alone, dude, that beach skin, like, a lot of characters have those beach skins, but like, I've never seen the Farrah one. It must be newish. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's old. On the spot. Okay, Junker Queen. Dude, Junker Queen is a baddie. I stopped playing the game way before she was added, but I saw she was added and I was like, damn, she's a baddie. This is official art, by the way, that I'm using. I think this is official art. This is from the wiki. Anga, she bad. Like, this is she crazy. All right. Have you seen what she looks like? Have you seen what she looks like? I gotta look up Junker Queen just so I can see some pictures of her. All right. Like, if I ever, but like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. When I saw she was added, I reinstalled the game just to play a single match as Junker Queen and then completely stopped playing because I was ass. And like, Overwatch sucks, why would you ever play it? But like, she was a genuine reason for me to 7 feet. Oh my God. And she looks like that. Holy moly. Hold on. We got to make some adjustments here. Like, I've gotten at, like, damn, I did not know she was tall like that. I mean, I guess like she looks tall, but who? Like, that genuinely might be too tall for me because I'm a full-on midget. So like, I will by the way, I will full on like come back to this list and add more characters to it. Like if I just can't remember everything and I didn't go through it, this was just off the dome. So like, please comment girls that you from video games that you think are baddies down below. And if I'm like, oh yeah, shit, I forgot about that character, like whatever the fuck her name is, Silence, no voice, I don't fuck her, that bitch from wow, fuck, I forgot the name of the game, Metal Gear Solid 5. I don't play Metal Gear. I played Metal Gear Solid 5 for like 5 minutes. She's cute. You know what's surprising is that like a few of these girls on this list have long hair, and I'm like, whenever I talk about women, like my type of girl, I'm always like, I like short hair. Like I always say this, long hair is pretty, short hair is cute. Like there's no downsides to either of them. And like short hair can look pretty and long hair can look cute. I feel like more or less the other, like short hair can look pretty and long hair, you know, it's rare for it to look cute. Like it, not in a bad way, but like, you know, just long hair is usually always pretty, like makes girls look pretty, like I think I see long hair, I think of like a runway model. Whereas like cute, I think of like, you know, Sakura, you know, like, I don't know, like Bayonetta is like runway model vibes, you know. This is short hair Bayonetta though, she kind of bad. Yeah, that positioning looks good for now. Kiriko, I don't know if I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing most of the names right. Let me look her up again. Does she have long hair? I think she just has her hair tied up. Also having her hair tied up in like a ponytail like she does, like is fine, you know? Like you could have long hair and then you tie it up and it looks short, you know? Like that's fine. I'm ripping these straight, I'm ripping all the images straight off Google Images. So like if you created, if I show like out of, you know, I don't have a lot of, like I barely have any fan art saved, but if any of this is your fan art, just comment down below. I'll throw your name in the description or something. Like I'm sorry, I'm just ripping this shit off Google, and I just do not give a shit, dude. It's a fucking YouTube video. This is the cringiest shit I've ever made in my life. I'm gonna be real with you. Like you look at her and you're like, yeah, I wouldn't mind like living in Japan, you know, like a small house, maybe an apartment. You have one kid and you're like in a little apartment building, you know. You don't even have a bed, like it's only like a 1 bedroom. I was gonna save this just so you can see it, but I don't even want. Ah, damn, she's so thick in this fan art. What the fuck? Like I want to throw her in S tier, but for me, she's almost too pretty, you know? Like she's like that's my problem. Is like I would be afraid to date a runway. I mean, like women wouldn't want to date me to begin with, but theoretically in a non-existent universe, I would be afraid to date like a super pretty girl, you know, like Widowmaker, you know, runway model type deal, because I'm just like she's too much for me, you know. It's not too much, but like she's just, it's like, oh my god, like, you know, you're like at on top of the world, you know, you're beautiful, and I'm just like how do I live up to that, you know? Like look at me, I've looked at myself in the mirror and the mirror has shattered. I think Diva has some short hair skin. She's like a long hair girl. See, she's like one of the exceptions where like you can have long hair and be cute, you know, like Diva. I'm not a fan. I don't really like how the way her face looks. I wasn't gonna put her on the list, but I was really thinking about it. And she's kind of thick. And I have a thing for you know, thick women. Like I'm not like, I'm talking like, you know, those childbearing hips type deal. You know, she's just like, I mean, it's a fictional character. Of course, they can make her look as perfect as possible. So like, you know, obviously. Is this a real skin? Hold up. Show the blue, this skin right here. Is this real or is this fan made? I will throw this on skin. Oh no, this is a team skin, isn't it? What kind of team skin is this? God damn, she looks bad as hell. She got that white hair. She looks like she could be like 60, 70. But in like universe, like Overwatch universe, that's like, you know, 30, 40, I don't know. I want to throw her in A tier, but the more I look at her, she looks like she's in shape, and I have a thing for people that like just are fitness, you know. Like I don't know if I have. Do I have this picture saved? The one with the double guns. Yeah, I'll save this. Like, look, this is so cute with the blue guns. I have the first Bayonetta game on Steam, and I have to play it. I haven't beat it. I've barely even played it. I gotta play it again, dude. Bayonetta. I'm gonna throw her in A tier, S tier with asterisks. Is that I wouldn't go for that because I ain't like I said, I ain't a degenerate, all right, and she has a husband and a kid, so I ain't about that, all right. She's S tier, but like she's off limits S tier, right? We're gonna throw her like right up here to the left of S tier, right? She's S tier for me, but like Samus, all right? So this is one of my top 3 of all time. If God came down to me and said, I've given up, you're never going to get with somebody and I feel bad for you, build a bitch. She's either gonna come out looking like Samus, looking like Junker Queen, or looking like somebody that I'm gonna withhold until we get to them. Samus is my number 1, which is surprising because she has long hair and I'm always like talking about how I like short hair. She is tall and she has to be fit as hell. All right, like I know the official art doesn't really show her with like some like you know, giant abs and all that shit, but like okay, like I'm gonna show you some fan art here. All right, this is what she would look like realistically. This is realistically what she would look like. The fan art doesn't, or the official artwork doesn't show her like this, but if I were to look at like I've seen this image before, I think this is what she genuinely would look like. All right, she's rocking a 6-pack. All right, those legs are thick with muscle. All right, that is pure muscle in those legs. All right, she can kick harder than a horse. You know what I'm saying? Like this is realistic right here. This is realistic Samus. All right, now I know this is fan art. This ain't, you know, I'll show some of the real artwork right here. This is realistic Samus. All right, this is what she genuinely would look like. Let's be real. All right, god damn, this is a rough one. This is rough. I don't even know. So this is my 3rd girl for this is who might be in the 3-way tie, because you know, I've pre Street Fighter 6, Cammy's always been bad. All right, like let's take a look at her. Cammy from Street Fighter, all right, she's got the long hair that tied up, you know, she's got the unitard, is that how you pronounce it? Is that how it's pronounced? Unitard? It's I forget the name of it. Leotard, whatever the hell it's called, where it's just the one-piece suit. All right, she's thick, she's bad. Look at she, like, dude, they changed her outfit and I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I'm not upset either. I'm not upset. I think she has less of a 6-pack now, to be honest. She looks like she has more defined abs, to be completely honest. Like her abs look way more defined in like Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, I think. Cammy is 19 in Street Fighter 2 and 22 by the time of 6. The fuck, dude, there's like a 20-year difference between those games. 22, dude, I'm almost older than her. I'm probably am. Well, she's the same age as me. If she's 22 in Street Fighter, she's 22. I wish I looked like that, dude. What the fuck? This is such a stupid looking list. Nobody's in B tier yet either. Maybe I'll move Mercy down to B tier, to be honest. We're just gonna leave her off to here. She could just chill for the rest of the episode with us. Sakura, would she be my number 1? She's the most realistic looking girl, if that makes sense, like genuinely. But she, like, Sakura's just got the tomboy cute, you know, like she looks like she'd be fun to hang around with. Cammy looks like she's like got that pretty girl upkeep to her, you know, that model-esque runway type deal going on. You know, that's my problem with Cammy. Yeah, I think this is fair. Same thing with like Samus. She's got that like model vibe going for her, like, you know, like she looks like she like military type shit. So like, can't really have too much fun with her. Like Sakura looks like she would be fun to hang around with, you know. Like that's like childhood friend vibes going on, if that makes sense, you know. And that's what everybody wants. I mean, maybe not. You might not give a shit. I don't know. May's got, you know what? Hold up. We're gonna change this fucking list. Move this back over here. You see, like Sakura gives off those like childhood friend vibes, like the tomboy vibes. Whereas like May gives off like wifey vibes, you know. Like she's a wife when you start dating, you know. Like she gives off those like. Does that make sense? This sounds weird, but it's like kind of true. Like I don't know how to explain it. By the way, this has completely changed. S tier number 1 is my top marriage candidate. That's how we've changed. We've changed how this list is going. She looks like she loves the cold too, and I'm a cold weather fan, so there's that too. I would be afraid that Ash would leave me in the middle of a date, to be honest with you. I know she's a foot fetish, you know, type thing. Like everybody's into her because of that. All right, I ain't that shit gross. You do what you want in your life, but I ain't a part of that. Here is this single image upped her on my list like 100 times. You know, I was like, jury's like, oh, whatever. You know, I didn't really care about her that much. You know, like she was fit, she was in shape. You know, she's got that going for her. It's, you know, it's whatever. Her classic Street Fighter 5 suit, I really like that, like skin tight suit she's got going on. I think that looks really good on her. But this image of her in those cat pajamas made me fold. I saw that on a app that I was using, you know, whatever media app, and dude, she got like nothing on underneath. I mean, she got something on, but like not really like a, you know, full t-shirt or anything like that. Seeing her in that costume right there, the onesie. All right. If we're talking onesie jury in a onesie, and that cute ass onesie. All right. That gives me May vibes. All right. This is a surprising list because I never thought in a bajillion years that I would ever put Jury in my top 5. But honestly, her in this onesie, I physically just can't. Her, like, you know, outside, out in the world outfit is like serious, and I would not be able to keep up with that. You know, I wouldn't. I mean, I could, but like, she's undoubtedly going to be thicker than Lara Croft, because she like fights and she does all that kicking and stuff. You know, Street Fighter girls just have those thick fucking thighs, and I like that. So Chun-Li. So what are we looking at here? Bayonetta is just chilling. I don't really know how I feel about her. Actually, Blair Dame, I don't really give a fuck that much about. There's like not enough on her. Dude, literally that single Farrah skin just keeps her in S tier. Cannot lie. Sojourn, she's A tier. I could give less of a put her on B tier. I could give less of a shit about her. Yeah, Farrah's in front of her. Farrah gets that. Fair. This is looking fair. So at the bottom end of S tier is Tracer. She's last place. Chun-Li will be the bottom of S tier. Kiriko, top of A tier. Tracer second. Poison third. I mean, Falk, I might put in front of Poison, to be honest. This is fair for B tier. Order doesn't really matter. I don't really care. Like order for B tier, you could put any of these characters in any order and I wouldn't really care that much, to be completely honest. A tier, order kind of doesn't matter. I mean, you could Poison, Falcon, Ash, you could throw them in any order and it's not going to really matter. Tracer, Kiriko, I'd prefer Kiriko over Tracer, to be honest. Bayonetta's just, she's S tier. If we were to throw her on the list, I would probably put her like after Farrah. Actually, she would probably be A tier, to be honest. She'd probably be like in front of Falk. I'm fucking done, man.